Welcome everybody to the Bird's Eye View. I'm here with Mr. Krow.
Hey everybody, good to see you.
And as always, as I'm browsing the internet or YouTube and you end up down the YouTube rabbit hole, I came across this video and I was like, oh, this should be interesting. And then as I watched it, I got more and more upset about it because it is about, for one, guns. And I'm a huge proponent of 2A, and I'm also a huge proponent of all gun safety and doing things the right way. So
I'll even say there too that see, Duck's a little flustered already, but as he came across it, he shared it with me, and I was just like, "That's interesting," but. And I don't know as much as Duck does, and I don't have the handguns and everything in my house because of my wife, but I think gun safety should be safe as well. But as I watched it, he was asking me, what do you think? And I was giving him my feedback, and I'm going to say that it was kind of newbie feedback, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't.
This is what brought us to today's video.
So the difference is you were looking at the point of the video.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the actual, what was happening in the video. And that's where the breakdown was. Because for me, anytime I look at a gun video, especially a gun video that's talking about like safety or how to disarm somebody, I'm looking at the technical aspects because of my military background and on other things like that. So you looked at it from a different perspective, which is exactly the way that I think probably 80 or 90% of the people look at this video. And a lot of the people that look at this video, I'm sure, have zero gun training. I mean, I know you went shooting the other day, so I know you've been around guns. I know you understand the idea of guns. I know you understand the safety aspect of guns. And but this okay, so this is Detroit.
The element though.
This is Detroit Threat Management Center. Okay, yes. Some apparently they give where you can come down to their thing and you can pay them for training. And this is where it really set me off and very much upset me because I was like, okay, let's see what this guy has. And so we're gonna roll this video first, and then we're gonna talk about some more. Okay, so here we go. Here's the video. It's not very long.
Detroit Urban Survival Training. I'm going to share with you right now what to do if a striker-fired weapon is pinning against your chest, against the wall, and a criminal is holding you at bay. And the reason why they're doing this is because this is how they search you for weapons, how they're going to take things from you, also how they're going to harm you physically, keep you from running or pulling out a weapon, is by getting close and pinning you to a wall or to a car. In this case, it's striker fired, so there's no hammer in the back. So the first thing we're going to do, since we can't move out of the way, we can't move offline, and if I were to try to move this, as soon as he saw my hand move, he's going to fire. So we have to make this weapon not fire. And to give an example, the human reaction time, when he sees me move, he's going to fire. So the reason why it didn't move, the slide didn't slide, is because I inhibited it by pushing it to the rear. From there, what we do is push the barrel back towards the aggressor, and now you have the weapon, and if you don't want to shoot, then you just pin them down to the ground using their finger and taking them under control.
If you're lucky.
Oosa. Okay, so there is so many things wrong with this video, but let's just start at the very beginning because I
was going to say, make sure
carry a Glock, which is a striker-fired weapon, so I thought. But then I was like, wait a minute. Maybe I don't know what a striker-fired weapon is because that is not the way mine works, or that is not the way they work. And so I was like, okay, you know what? Let me. Maybe I'm overreacting. Let me go and see what a striker-fired weapon is. So this is Springfield Armory, which is a gun manufacturer, and this is their video explaining a hammered, standard, regular, old-style, original pistol versus a striker-fired weapon.
Striker, yeah.
Traditional 1911, right. And we've got an XDM striker-fired gun. And people hear striker-fired gun. What the heck are you talking about?
Well, the first thing they think is modern because it isn't really a design that's been popular in pistols until, 20, 30 years ago. But in reality, every bolt-action rifle since the dawn of time is a striker-fired gun.
It didn't have an external hammer.
It's not a hammer that hits the firing pin. It's a striker with a spring on it.
Because when you lower that, show the hammer, that's what we're talking about. You've got a hammer here, right?
It's got a spring down here in the mainspring housing. When you pull the trigger, the hammer goes forward. It literally goes forward like that.
Okay, and then here you have a spring, but it's not down here.
Right.
You've got a spring, and basically it cocks, brings the firing pin back and holds it in a backward position, and then when you release it, it goes forward, the firing pin or the striker simply goes forward, hits the firing pin, and fires the cartridge.
Bang goes the gun. Well,
it hits the primer. Sorry.
Yeah, it hits the primer. We hope it goes off.
Yeah. Okay. So, difference, better, worse?
There would have been a time that.
Okay.
So same concept-ish.
Okay. So let's review, right? Okay. This is the separation of the slide and the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the trigger, right here.
Yep.
And when you pull it, this piece goes forward. This, right?
Yep.
Okay. So that is okay. Here's the other part. Right here. Did you see right here? This is the barrel. Or this is the spring, and this is here's your barrel. And I know you won't be able to see it, but right back in right here, that's where the firing pin is, right? You can, I don't know if you can see it showing up there.
Not very well, but kind of.
Right here, you can see it showing up, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that is this piece right here, right? That's it.
Yeah.
So look, I'm gonna pull it back. Pin releases, right? Yep. So when the slide is on here, that trigger gets pulled back, it releases this piece, spring pulls forward. Right?
Goes forward, hits the primer, boom.
Okay.
You guys dead. Hopefully, boom.
So now that we have a striker-fired weapon, that we know this is actually a striker-fired weapon, and I'm not going crazy like I thought I was like, what the hell? Maybe I don't know what a striker-fired weapon is, but this is how easy a Glock is, by the way. There's just a few different pieces to it. Okay, so once again, right? It's empty. Okay, so the gun is now cocked, right?
Yep.
The gun is now cocked. When I pull this, did you hear the okay, so when I
didn't even hear it.
If you noticed, this slide does not move, right?
Didn't move. No.
Okay. So
Yeah,
so we're all on the same page now. Okay. So now that we know that we have a striker-fired weapon, now we're gonna watch Glock's great video of how it works, because it actually shows like the mechanism and everything. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're gonna show this.
How a Glock works.
This one we don't need to show.
As the trigger is pulled,
right here, yeah.
the trigger bar pulls the firing pin back. The connector guides the trigger bar downward, releasing the firing pin and allowing it to strike the bullet primer. The expanding gases from the powder charge propel the bullet out of the barrel. The recoil forces the slide back, unlocking the barrel as it tilts downward and allows the extractor to remove the spent cartridge from the chamber.
And now,
as the cartridge case is fully extracted, it comes into contact with the ejector and is forcefully ejected from the firearm. As the slide moves forward, the bottom rail of the slide strips a new cartridge from the magazine and pushes it up the ramp of the barrel and into the chamber.
Okay. So everything is internal in this pistol. And the only time that the slide returns to the back is when the the round has been fired. The gas expands, sends the slide back, and then returns back. And Mr. Krow is going crazy.
I'm crazy. It's all right. I just got blasted by all the. There you go.
All right. So now I'm gonna break down this video because this is the part that really upset me, because I did I was like, okay, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe there's another type of handgun that I don't know, and maybe I don't have a striker fired. I don't know. So
Yeah. Okay.
So here we go.
Detroit Urban Survival Training. I'm going to share with you right now what to do if a striker-fired weapon is pinning against your chest, against the wall, and a criminal is holding you at bay. And the reason why they're doing this...
Okay, first of all, this is never going to happen. Right? No criminal is going to walk all the way up to you, put their gun on your chest because they want to search you for weapons or pin you to the wall. That's not the way... That's not the way anything's gonna happen, right? It's dumb, because people stand 3 or 4 feet off and they're like, "Hey, give me your money, give me your whatever," right?
Yeah, exactly. They usually give room.
So that's the first thing.
Because this is how they search you for weapons, how they're going to take things from you, also how they're going to harm you physically, keep you from running or pulling out a weapon, is by getting close and pinning you to a wall or to a car. In this case, it's striker fired, so there's no hammer in the back. So the first thing we're going to do, since we can't move out of the way, we can't move offline, and if I were to try to move this, as soon as he saw my hand move, he's going to fire.
Okay. As soon as he sees my hand move, he's going to fire.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes and proves how long that takes.
Fire. So we have to make this weapon not fire. And to give an example, the human reaction time, when he sees me move, he's going to fire.
Dead. Right? Okay.
Yep.
So that's how fast. Okay. Now, the second thing he does is, after the guy pulls, he goes to move, you hear the click of the gun.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which means that guy's dead. There is no holding the slide. You're dead already, because it is point blank at your chest and the gun fired. The recoil is the second round coming in the gun, which is too late for you.
Yeah.
You are already dead. Now, like I said, the first time you watched this video, you weren't watching for that.
I didn't catch it. I didn't catch that at all. You're right.
And so
I was just like, well, that's interesting. He's fast.
So this guy is one of those fake martial art master guys with the phantom death punch, right? Because that's what this is.
Oh, yeah.
And then what makes me mad...
The reason why it didn't move, the slide didn't slide, is because I inhibited it.
This
by
is the
pushing
guy
it to the rear.
that's getting
From
paid
from
for
there,
people
what
to
we do
come
is push the
down
barrel
to
back
his
towards the
building
aggressor,
to get
and
to
now you have
learn
the weapon,
this
and if you don't want to
skill.
shoot, then you just pin them down to the ground using their finger and taking them under.
That's what makes me upset. So we start looking at the comments here, right? And this is the other thing, is this channel has 1 million subscribers, and this has 5 million likes.
I was gonna just say 5 million thumbs
and
up.
110 million views.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, so when I first saw it, I was like, okay, let's see this. I was a lot of views and everything, and I was like, okay. And then I was like, wait a minute, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about with guns. And I was like, no, I have a striker fired. Maybe I don't have a striker fired. Okay, let me go do the research on what a striker fired is. And then I confirmed, no, I have a striker fired weapon. And then I was like, okay, so let's go to the Glock page and how does a Glock work? And I was like, okay, I completely understand what was happening. I was completely right. I rewatched the video, and then I just got more and more upset. And here's my comment. This is so fake. He's like a master martial artist that kills people with his chi and all. It's all BS. So here's the other thing, right? Is look at this, right? Doesn't the slide only move once the bullet is fired?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's exactly.
Yes, it does. But watch. Oh, you can't leave a comment there.
No.
So they blocked the comments on this guy or whatever, so you can't so So I think it's important to have, like all these, like definitely the more realistic out of every tactic I've seen. All the other tactics are sweeping the hand and things like that, which cause you to get shot. This would cause you to get shot, would cause you to get dead before you even thought that you were even going to grab the flipping slide. This is, out of all the things that they want to fact check and remove off YouTube, this should be the one that should be fact checked and removed off YouTube. This is complete BS and will get you killed. Do not do this. Do not do this. This will get you killed. If somebody has a weapon on you, you are unarmed, give them your damn money and your damn wallet, because you are not going to survive that situation. Because here's the thing. It's either A, he's going to shoot you anyway, which there's nothing you can do. Or the more likely scenario, he's not going to shoot you because you're still alive and he's asking for your stuff instead of shooting you and taking your stuff. So the more likely scenario, he just wants your stuff. So give him your stuff, get out with your life, file a police report, maybe you get it back, but you'll still be hopefully alive. But I guarantee you, you try to do this, you are dead. You are dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give him your money. It's not worth it. Even if you're armed with a pistol and somebody's already drawn, it is not worth it. Just give him your money.
Yeah, this was something that I grew up with. It's just not this exactly, but it's just I always keep at least a little bit of money to give them something, because if you don't have anything, it's even worse. Just give them something.
I've had guns pulled on me throughout my lifetime.
I've only had
and in my opinion, you have three types of people when a gun's being drawn, right? You have the people that are just going to kill you no matter what. There's nothing you can do. They're just going to kill you. You have the people that are only using it for show and don't want to pull that trigger. But if you do something to frighten them, startle them, or make them all of a sudden panic, you might could get shot.
Yeah.
And then you have the people that are never going to use the gun. It's not even loaded. Like an instance with one of my really good friends that happened, got a gun pulled on him. It wasn't loaded. He ended up shooting the guy. Didn't know it though, but it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
You don't know, right? Because what's the rule of the gun? It is always flipping loaded.
It's always loaded.
Right?
Yeah.
It is always loaded. And so this is why I really wanted to make this video. I know it's not one like we normally do, but this upset me so bad because this guy is going to get people killed. He's going to get people killed. This is just bad. I mean, like I said, 110 million people have watched this, or 110 million views, and 5.1 million people liked this video.
Yeah.
That's a scary number of people that have no idea what the hell is going on with when there's a gun involved. That's scary. That is super, super, super scary. And so I say, whether you like guns or not, go take some training. Period. Just so you know what is happening. Just so you have at least an inkling of idea of what it's like to be around a gun. Because it took Krow less than 12 seconds watching the video to realize that this isn't how the gun works.
Yeah. It did.
And that's really why I wanted to make this video, because I wanted to get the point across that this guy is fake. This Detroit Management Center should be put out of business for trying to get people killed. This is ridiculous. And this
it's scary.
Yeah. Don't do this. Just don't do this. I don't know what else to say besides your life is more important than whatever you have in your wallet or your phone or your gold chain or whatever it is. Just give it up and hope for the best. And don't try to do something stupid like this.
Yeah.
I carry the Glock all the time. And if somebody already has the gun pulled on me, I ain't drawing my gun.
Yeah.
It's too late.
It takes
It's
too long.
too late. And it's not worth that risk. It's just not worth that risk.
Yeah.
So don't do it.
Agreed.
Keep your life. Give him your money. And we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time, everyone. Be
Much
safe.
love all.
Laters.
Oh my God, dude.